Hello, everyone. I think everybody should be joining. Yeah, it looks like everybody's joining now. So welcome to Product Hire Job Club. Tonight we're going to be talking about portfolios that impress hiring managers. But let me do some quick business so that we can get to the talks as quick as possible. Okay, one second. There we go. Everybody see my screen? I hope so. And I'm going to be looking at the chat, so you can message me through chat. I think I saw some thumbs up. So, okay. So this is the quick agenda. So we did some networking. And if you guys are new to this, just so you know, usually we start the event probably 15, 30 minutes early so you can do some networking. So plan on that next time. We're going to go over some homework and, just the busy stuff that an organization needs to do. And then Cindy's going to give a short presentation, and then they're going to do portfolio reviews, which is if you've got a portfolio you want them to review, you can post it into the Q&A. Just post the link to the Q&A, and they will go to that and take a look at it. And then we'll wrap up by 6:10, 6:15, and we'll do networking. I encourage you to do networking, talk to people. I mean, this is, we can't go out outside and meet each other, but we can do it here. If you're looking for a job and so on and so forth, share notes, things like that. That's a great opportunity to do so. So sponsors. We got 3 amazing sponsors tonight. General Assembly, AirMeet, which is the platform, and Product Hired. So let's see if I can get General Assembly to speak. If not, I'll do the introduction for them. There we go. I am inviting General Assembly. This is all new feature. There we go. Brianna, I'll let you take over.
Hi, guys. How's it going? My name's Brianna, and I manage events and short-form workshops at General Assembly, typically in person in the Austin campus. But a little bit about us for those of you who have never attended an event with us before. We're a global tech education company focused in the most in-demand skills, primarily within business, data, design, and technology. And our mission is to empower individuals to do what they love, and we do that in a few different ways. We offer full-time immersive courses for those looking to make career changes. We offer part-time courses for those looking to level up. And then we have lots of short-form workshops and free events, currently all remote, so you can join from anywhere. And we're very excited to have our awesome community. We're having a lot of fun being able to tap into speakers and campuses and instructors that are typically, bound by region, but excited to share them with the global community. So definitely check us out. If you have any questions, I'll be hanging out at the GA table. And if you want to come by, I might hook you up with a free workshop that you can join, and maybe Cindy will be teaching it. Who knows? But I'm glad to be here, and thanks so much for having us.
Awesome. Thank you, Brianna. And I'm going to see if I can send you away now. Yep, I can. New features, AirMeet, yay, worked. Okay, Product Hired. Hey, I run Product Hired as well as Nicholas Ivanecki, who's one of the attendees. So Product Hired is a career site for people who work on products. So product management, product marketing, product design, user research, so on and so forth. We have 7 different roles that we really kind of focus on. You can post jobs there. You can look for jobs there. We have interview guides. So if you want to interview at Google, we have a guide for that. You can also find product events tied onto skills and different roles that you're looking for. And we're about ready. In the next few months, we're going to be launching a thing called coaching, where you can find career mentors, people to review your resume, people to help you in interview strategy or mock interviews. So we're looking for people who are coaches or might like to be coaches. We're doing some user research. So if you are interested in doing some user research, please email me. It's very simple, mark@producthire.com. Otherwise, please visit producthire.com. We always love feedback and would appreciate it. We're always growing. And What is Product Hired Job Club? So just a quick overview. We're a place to network, which is one of the reasons we use AirMeet. We're a place to find jobs, so we try to do networking and let people know about jobs. We're also a place to find talent. So yes, recruiters are welcome to come and network and talk to our people. We're a place to learn how to find jobs and interviews. So we had last week or 2 weeks ago, we had a talk on resumes. We've had talks from hiring managers, and we try to do them twice a month. And so definitely check us out, continually come back. We would love that. We are for all these different roles: product managers, data science, program project, data analysis, user researchers, designers, product design, all these people and probably more. What is our value? We're very community focused. We believe that it takes a community to find a job. We are strong believers in networking, and we don't believe in hiding the information, but really giving you the information and helping you know what you need to do to find that next job, to grow in your career. But we're also helping you're going to share that with other people as well, and just share the love. We're relational, and so that's a very cornerstone. Again, we're not about competition. We're about sharing and helping one another. And so this is mainly focused on the Austin product community, but I know many people from around the world are here, so thank you, world. The remote has really changed so much. But if you're in the Austin area, we welcome all product people to join the Austin area product Slack, which is productinaustin.com. There's a place there you can sign up and you'll get an invite. Many meetup groups use this Slack group, so I encourage you to use it. Hiring and finding jobs. Normally this is the time I'd say raise your hand if you're looking for a job, or raise your hand if you're hiring. Can't do that really. So post your jobs both on Slack and on Product Hired. We have job channels on Slack that are every day. We have a robot that goes out and grabs them and throws them into the channel. So we have a junior, mid-level, senior, management, and a remote channel. So 5 different channels. So take a look at that. New jobs are posted daily. And we have a job club on Slack where you go there. And that's where you go if you want to kind of share information and talk to people who are also looking for jobs. So posting jobs, you can post it on those channels. To socialize, go to Job Club. And of course, we network on AirMeet after the event, so be sure to do that. Speaking, if you are a person who would love to talk about some aspect of getting the job, or if you're a recruiter who wants to talk about how recruiters can find talent, because we're also here for recruiters and companies, then definitely reach out to me. There's an interest form. It's bit.ly, PHJC. That's Product Hired Job Club, all caps, -speak with a capital S. So go ahead and fill out an interest form and let us know, because we are always looking for speakers. Like I said, we're trying to do 2 events a month, and we generally want multiple speakers for those events. YouTube channel. We are live on YouTube right now. It's very thrilling and exciting. So we just started our YouTube channel last month, and we are throwing all of our events up on there. So we have some historical events. Go ahead and check it out. Just go to YouTube, search for Product Hired, and you should be able to find our channel. Subscribe and get all alerts, because apparently that's what we need to do in order to get extra features in order to help you guys. So we have more content coming, not only events, but right now I'm planning fireside chats with FANG product people on how they got into Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, and kind of the secrets on how they did that. So I'm starting to record those now with some really awesome people, and we're going to push them to our YouTube channel. Again, more content that we want to give you access to so you can get the job you want. Upcoming events. Next week, we are partnering with General Assembly, so thank you, Brianna, and they're having a talk on product versus project management. And this is so important because I can't tell you how many people get those confused. And even people looking for talent get it confused. Companies get it confused. And talent get it confused. So people looking for jobs get it confused. So if you want to find the right job, you probably ought to understand the differences between jobs. So definitely come to this. There's a great panel. People, I believe, from Netflix and other companies who are going to be talking about this. July 29th, we're also partnering with Product Tank Austin. And it's going to be a lunch meeting, which is awesome. And we're going to have author Tom Griever, who wrote Articulating Design Decisions. And he's going to be talking about solving for the whole cube, which is very ambiguous, weird title. But basically, if you're in design and you're in product, you're going to want to join this lunch meeting. It's July 29th. Go to meetup.com, look up Product Tank Austin. You should be able to find it in the Austin area, and RSVP and join us. And we have future events in the works. We're already working on August and pretty excited about it. So, that is not us. That was last week's. Reminder to delete slides. Portfolios that impress hiring managers. So we have William and Cindy, and they're both amazing people in their own right. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves because they probably can do it far better and want to stress certain things. But what we're going to do is Cindy's going to give a quick presentation, and then William and Cindy are going to review portfolios live with you. And so if you, again, have a portfolio you want to share, and you can send a link to it, put it in the Q&A. Of course, if you have questions, you can put it there too. And during their time, they're going to be reviewing these portfolios, talking about them, and of course, answering questions that you might pose. So, Cindy, I'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Mark. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And I have to wait until Mark gives some bugs in the system. Took away my picture. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Thumbs up if you can see my screen. You should be able to see it. All right. Thank you. Thank you, William. All right. So I came up with this little presentation for you guys because I get the same questions, and I think I repeat myself over and over and over again. So that's what I put together here to give you guys some tips as you're putting together your portfolios, or obviously it's a work in progress. So you should always be iterating on your portfolios. A little bit about me. I'm a mom. I've been doing this for, since dinosaurs roamed the earth, it feels like. So I've been doing this a long time, and the industry has changed dramatically since, as the ages of my children have gone up. I also am a graduate student in UX design at the Maryland Institute College of Art. I teach UX design through the University of Texas Boot Camp program, and then I'm waiting to get in at General Assembly as well. So I'm very excited that they thought of me and invited me here tonight. And I run a little meetup called UX and ATX. It's kind of turned into a big meetup. William was one of our last panelists at a big talk that we did in July, or I guess it was in June. Cannot remember now. We have a big one coming up the end of the month. Just go to meetup.com and look for UX and ATX. It's become a very big community, not just Austin, Texas. And then I do like a million other things, including being the VP of Government Relations for the Austin AAF chapter. And that's why I was standing in front of Senator John Cornyn's office, just because I was trying to lobby for AAF. What I really love doing, though, is speaking, talking to people. I talk about UX all the time, and I just love talking to any kind of group I can. So that's me on the left talking to IIBA Austin, and then also working with my clients. So this is one of the clients. We did this about a year ago when we were allowed to be in person, doing an affinity diagram with clients to help them get all on the same page about what they were doing, because you can apply these techniques to all sorts of things. So that's pretty fun. But why are we here tonight? Well, basically the stuff that you all want to know about portfolios and what you should do, and mainly what you should not do on your portfolio. So, and William's going to jump in at any point and add in wherever he sees fit. My first tip for you, show me your why. I see all the time people putting together portfolios, and they have a list of everything they did. First, I did, the research, and then I did an affinity diagram, and then I did this, and they don't tell me why. Why did you choose that? You like literally all the tools for UX is like a big plumber's toolbox, and a plumber doesn't choose every tool. They have to make a choice, and they have to decide there's a reason to use this tool or this tool. So It's the same thing with what we do. So show me why you decided to use that tool before don't just tell me the what. So I really need to understand context. My next tip for you is to get messy. Like, I want to see the messiness of your process. The happy path is great. We all love it when things work out perfectly, except I don't. I don't want to see that everything worked out perfectly. I want to see that you learned something. I want to see that you went along a path and then maybe it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to, so you had to change something. And when you changed that, you realized, oh my gosh, this is so different. And because of your process, you were able to go on a different route. It's important that I see that as a hiring manager. I don't know if you agree with that, William, but that's kind of my thought.
I agree. I mean, yeah, that's spot on. Yeah.
Can you think? Okay, so I'm a hiring manager for all kinds of different people, right? So my agency, we hire designers and developers and project managers, and I need to know that the person that I'm hiring is capable of doing the job without me telling you what to do. I'm going to give you guidance. I'm going to provide mentorship. But I need to know that you can think critically so that you're not calling me or emailing me every 10 minutes to ask, well, what do you think of this? Well, what do you think of this? Because I just don't have time for that. I need somebody who can do independent work. So show me in your portfolio that you're a critical thinker. And I'm assuming that everybody on this call can think critically. So figure out a way in order to show that to all of us. And finally, my last tip is to respect my time as the hiring manager. I love beautiful portfolios, but I don't have a lot of time to review them. If there's a position open, you can bet there's probably at least 20 resumes in my inbox every day. And I'm trying to go through and sort, so I have to be efficient. And if I'm looking at your portfolio, first impressions matter. And I want to see quickly all the things that I'm looking for. Do you have a process? Do you know how to tell me why you did it? Like everything there. And I really appreciate it when someone gives me the synopsis and then, gives me the opportunity to dive deeper if I want to, but doesn't make me do it. Like, don't make me hunt for the important information because I just don't have time. I also think this is important when you're in a job interview. So you're not going to have a lot of time to go through your portfolio. Do not expect that they're going to give you more than 10 minutes to review it. So be prepared, know how to walk through your portfolio, give me the highlights, because you're not going to have 45 minutes to an hour to talk through it. And nobody wants to sit through that anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually going to have to practice, treat this as a presentation, as a speech to 1,000 people. You're gonna, if that means standing in your bathroom mirror, in front of your bathroom mirror, and practicing over and over and over until you know this, you understand it. Every single part of your portfolio is memorized, or not necessarily memorized, but it's something that right? Inside out. Because in an interview, there are no second chances, right? It's like you get one chance, and you have to really be articulate enough. You have to be able to just really sell yourself to the highest degree, right? So that plays well with like the whole time management aspect of it. But practice will probably be your best friend to get you to that point.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a few points here that I want to bring up before we dive.
Let me.
The portfolio. So, Cindy, yeah, if you want to take it from there, here.
I am here.
Oh, okay.
I know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, this is a cool platform, by the way. We're still getting used to it, but I love it. So I just wrote down a few points that I want to just go over first. My name is William and Tim, and for those of you, I'm sure a lot of you are connected with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn. So Anyway, but I used to be with the Home Depot, and then I joined Skill Factor, and then a lot of things happened, which I'll talk about later on. But so anyway, I'm a UX professional, UX designer, and I love what I do. But let's dive in, right? Let's dive in. So, all right, when it comes to a UX portfolio, my biggest thing is you need to identify who you are as a UX designer. I think a lot of UX designers may or may not necessarily know where they fit or what category they fall under, right? So are you a generalist? Are you a specialist? Are you, an interaction, designer, just visual focused? Are you a researcher who thinks they're a designer? There's so many different moving parts. But once you identify that identity, I think it makes it easy for you to really just continue with everything else. And that includes having a stance and a direction in your portfolio. So what that means is like, what's next for you, right? Everything Cindy talked about, I'll get back and touch on a few of those. But as far as the beginning and the end, so who you are as a UX designer, that's point number one. You need to iron that out first. Once you do that, then what's next for you, which is like my last point, but I just figured that, beginning and end makes sense. Where do you see yourself going? What's the next ideal role for you? All of that needs to be conveyable in your portfolio, in such a way that is tasteful, right, and attractive. It just really sells you because it tells the hiring manager that you know where you're going, you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know what you want, and then they can kind of really just draw that information from there. But be human on your portfolio. We love processes and we love sticky notes and this and that, but be human. Just really allow your portfolio to convey that message, because we're human interaction designers. If you think about it, it's user experience, and we're designing for human computer interaction, right? So the way you can do that is different, though. I mean, each and every one of us are creators. So I want you to just think of how you would convey that information. How would you be human in your portfolio? That's up to you. I'm just giving you the overall, core idea of a portfolio. So I know people who did this by starting with like their dog or a photo of where they live and saying, well, I'm Will and I live on a ranch or on a farm and I have 2 chickens. Well, I'm a UX designer, but they put that at the last or something. It's just convey that human aspect. I don't know how you're going to do that, but just do it. Be clear and concise throughout your whole portfolio, from your humanness to your, summary to your actual projects, right? And then your bio to what you're looking for, contact info, everything. Want to talk about is your design process, as Cindy said. Oh, my video is gone. Okay. So your design process, as Cindy said, right? You definitely want to show your process. I'm sure everyone has heard this over and over again, but you want to show your process. One more thing that I want to add to that is you want to show your process, not the process, or you want to show both. What I mean by that is there is a process, right? We definitely want to research and, iterate, wireframes and sketching and then iteration and all that. That's the process. But what is your process? That sets you apart from other designers. And the reason is because not a lot of designers have their own curated process that they use. In interviews, I just come out and I say, well, this is what I do. I own it. I've crafted my own process. And it might not necessarily be step by step like the popular process, but this is my process. And then I'm able to sell that and say, well, the reason I do this and that is because this and that. And, I explain it. So it makes the hiring manager really lean in to want to know more. Like, wow, well, tell me more. Why do you do this? And it's kind of psychological because then they start seeing your critical thinking ability. Like you actually thought about your process, thought about why you do certain things, it all kind of draws into your work there. Okay. So that's one. Use less jargon, like don't use big words just because. Make sure you understand them if you're going to use it, and use it in such a way that's tasteful as well. Have project summaries that show that, okay, this is a concise project summary of what this project is, what was my role, what your role was, and then and then display the final work as well as the process, right? So that whole format. Also, this is a huge one. In being human, have some testimonials about past managers or past coworkers. Have some testimonials on your portfolio. A lot of designers don't do this, but and Mark, I got to say this. So you got to check out Mark's portfolio, man. Like, he has so many, even on LinkedIn, he has so many recommendations from past employees, employees and managers and coworkers, and it's amazing. I think it's over 100 or something. But you got to be able to maintain healthy relationships with your past, okay? Because that sells well. That is a good sign when you're applying to a new job, because they can say, "Oh wow, these are past coworkers, and they love this person," right? So there are so many things. And then another human aspect is, what about adding a video? I don't have this in my portfolio, and if I was going to redo my portfolio to get back on the job market, I'm definitely going to do something pretty wild, which is like, I'm going to have a video on there talking about who I am, what I do. You have to add that human aspect. I can't stress it enough. Okay. And then make sure you have a wow factor. At the opening of your portfolio, grab my attention. Like, let something excite the viewer. That's important. So that's the wow factor aspect. And then what else? Show your tools and your techniques, why you use them, as Cindy was saying, and then your contribution. Like, what part of that process did you do? A lot of times designers will show up a project, and not necessarily specify what they did. But then upon further inquiry, you get to find out that they actually only did like the button or something. It's like you're showing this whole project, but you only designed one part of it. So those are my key points. But I think as we go through some of the portfolios, we will just touch on that as we go. We're going to be honest. We're going to be blunt, because the thing is, you have to be able to receive criticism, right? And you have to be able to open yourself up for collaboration, etc. So this is one of those things. If you have the courage and you want us to look at your portfolio, you can put it in that questions box, and we'll take a look at it. So
yeah. It looks like somebody asked a question. Will we be sharing or emailing these slides later? I don't know. Should we? Maybe. I did want to say that I love connecting with people on LinkedIn, but I do have one of those rules that I have to have met you. So if you saw me here, send me a note that you saw me and I'll connect with you, because other than that, I'm probably going to send you a weird email that says, I have to meet you first, which is what happened to William.
She really does. She actually does. I sent her an email. I sent her a request, and it took us like 4 months before she even accepted it. I was like, wait, what? You're in Austin? And she was like, well, I need to meet you first. And I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. Let's schedule time. And then we never was able to schedule anything, but we finally met, and that was cool though. It's a cool concept. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and her name is Cindy. There's a typo.
There's a typo. It's not City. It's Cindy. We have quite a few portfolios here. Yes. Which one do you want to start with? Do you want me to pull up the portfolio, or do you want to?
Yeah, do you want to pull it up? It's fine either way.
Yeah, let's pull it up. I'll share my screen.
Cool. We'll just go from the top to the bottom. All right, guys, this is exciting. Let's do it.
All right, I'm sharing my screen. Stand by.
All right.
It's going to turn our video off real quick.
Oh.
Oh, no, it didn't. It just... Okay. Neha. All right. I really like how bright it is. Like, I just like how it looks clean to me. This is my big screen, just so y'all know. So I like your picture. I like seeing you. I'm going to scroll down. It's great. Oh, it looks like there's some tags. Oh, do they do anything? I want to click on them.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Do you want me to, which case study should I, ooh, look at that. There's a patient app.
Yeah,
That's
let's click on
cool.
that. Oh, coming soon.
It's coming soon. Oh, feel a little sad. All right, which one should we do?
Let's do Savvy.
Got it.
I assume that that project is complete. That's why it's first. I see you, Neha.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, from the homepage, right? The wow factor. It's clean. I love it. It's very clean and easy to navigate because the grid system is right there. But the wow factor did not really get me there. So that's my first thought, right? But then again, because it's clean, I'm like, okay, looking for what I'm looking for. So if I'm hiring and I'm looking for particular keywords or call outs, I'll probably find them somewhere. It would be easy to find, but it just didn't excite me, that just for that first reaction.
Yeah.
And then here, so designing a detailed role.
See the team and the tools.
Is this, hey Cindy, so since you're using your large screen, I'm not sure if the proportions are.
Let's check it out.
For that.
Let's actually look at it a little bit different. So here's a phone. Look, it's responsive. That's good.
Yeah.
Let me put it on.
Share on my regular screen.
Yeah.
It's so because I know last time it wasn't fair because we opened it up on a different screen size. So let me share it because I feel like there might be some changes there with the white space.
Mm-hmm.
So let me open it up here if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay, so which one was it? That was
it is the little arrow that goes off to the right.
Okay, gotcha. So let's open that. Yeah, so it definitely looks a lot.
Are we seeing your screen?
Oh, can you guys see my screen yet?
Mm-mm.
Oops. Can you see it now?
Yes, now it's coming.
Okay, perfect.
All right, cool.
So it looks like okay, it's taking much more of the screen now because I was wondering. I was like, So anyway, you were viewing.
I do like that the work is kind of easy to see. It looks like it stopped sharing your screen now.
Oh. Can you guys see my screen?
It's coming back. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's the thing. Just be patient with the AirMate team. I know they're building a major platform. So.
Got it. Yeah. So, which do you want to go into that Savvy case study again?
Yes. Okay. So let me get in here. I have. Okay. So those are better proportions, I think, at least for this view.
Yeah, definitely. It's easier to read in the small paragraph. I like that the text is bolded, because that's the bolded text, other than the headings, is the first stuff that I look at because I'm scanning.
Yeah, that's right.
I will have to say that image, I don't know if that. It seems like it's been typed in, like it's from a design and not an actual website. But but it seems like it needs to be an actual website. So I'm not sure that the laptop graphic helps me in this case.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Cindy. I think this slide, see, this first viewport is so important and critical because a hiring manager could either continue or they can exit. It's like e-commerce sales, right? You can either close the sale or the customer is going to exit the website, right? So keep that in mind for your first like hero slider viewport. It's important, but it is still clean and it's still, you still have your summary, you still have your image, but I just feel like you can maybe bring this into a more modern layout, because like this model is an older MacBook. You know what I mean? So things like that where you can kind of pull in more modern elements to help with the overall.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then we're going to skim because we want to go through. Okay. Cindy, let me know if I'm going too fast. But
you're good. I like seeing the pop of color. That instantly drew my eye. I'm wondering if the pop-up, since it's a very minimalist type design, if maybe that color background should be used for something that's like super important, right? Like, so objective may not be the most important thing to put that behind. Maybe more like solution, or process, just to kind of, because my eyes immediately went to that section.
That's a good point. I agree 100%. And also your typography, typography and font type or font style. I think you can push the limits a little bit. Like see what else you can do, because that's the thing with like design. We get to really create out of nothing, right? So push the limits a little bit. See if you can get some more, I guess, more appealing font styles.
So with these images here, is one an image that's related to the other, or I'm just having trouble understanding what these are about?
So she did the 5 W's and 5 H's, and then created a rough US usage-based task. That looks like my handwriting, by the way. So
I want to read deeper, and of course it's not fair because obviously it's Will sharing his screen and it's smaller on my screen, and that's totally fine, but I almost kind of want to see those big and like maybe not each other, because they seem like they're different like different deliverables. So for me, I'd want to see them kind of rated in a way. And also I wanted handwriting, because that's the first thing I wanted to look at was the handwriting on it.
Oh wow. That's important, because like our process starts with our pen and our paper, so if you're going to show any sketches or early mocks like that, I think, or even just ideas, like just brainstorming, I think it's good to like capture that in a way that's still legible. I mean, you did, you will have the time there to do that. So there's that aspect. I love this graph. This is very clean. Yeah.
I like seeing the messy handwork.
I know.
Oh, it stopped sharing your screen again.
All right. Well, we'll do it one more time. It's just the way we're gonna do it, guys, and we're in this together, right?
That's right. We're in this together.
So we have that, and then
I love that graphic. That's a nice looking graphic.
It's clean. Very clean.
It goes really well with the aesthetics of the site too.
Yeah, I agree. All right, cool. So this is probably what the recruiter is going to be doing. So we're going to do just that. These are great
I love seeing all the parts of the process. Of course, if we were going like really detailed through it, we'd be looking for, your insights. So I think it's important to have content that's super scannable. I like that the content's scannable here. And I love the little bits of important text that are bolded that you really want us to understand. I think that's really important to see here.
Cool. All right. I just put it back. I'm going to give you my eyes on that once it goes off again. Can you see my screen now?
Yep, sure can.
Okay. So I love it as well. See, like this is more appealing to me than the savvy hero. You see what I mean? Just like pull in some color, pull in some. It doesn't have to be color. I don't know. Just look.
I agree. I really like the use of the graphic here.
You know what I mean?
It goes really, really well with the background and the usability evaluations. It really works. So I really like this.
Boom! This is beautiful.
Yep.
My role. This is what I did. I love it.
Yep, I like that too.
Clear and concise.
Look at that process graphic. Ooh, I love graphics. And it's like the flywheel, like the Jim Collins flywheel. I love it.
That's awesome. This is well done, by the way. It's great. So iteratively test, improve new features. All right, I love it. Great. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is nice.
This would be
take away.
Make that other one look exactly like this. Honestly, no, they're different, but I
know,
like the ideas of this. I really like the use of color, pulling out the headings. I can really see it very well.
Yeah.
And it's actually a little bit shorter, which makes sense because of the type of project. But yeah, this is a nice portfolio.
The deliverables there. Cool. Well, yeah. So I mean, just pull in some elements, like bring it into 2020. I just feel like there's a little bit more work that needs to be done to bring it to 2020 because of the direction that design is going into, right? It's very competitive now, and you need to break your own boundaries of design limitations, like even get more creative, like go wild, push the edge a little bit. So I think once you do that, because you have the core parts of it, you just need to like put it all together, and cook it. So
yeah. Should we look at another one?
yes, let's do that.
All
right. Cool. So where do I go? Here.
Right. Q&A. Yeah.
Q&A. Yeah. All right. Good job, Neha. That was great. All right. Cindy, you want
to? Ooh, I like the big, like, hello, I am. And I like that I can see a little bit of I love sticky notes. It's like, I miss being able to do that with my team. Mural is awesome, but it just does not fill that need of the sticky note and the tactileness of it. So I really like that being right in the center. I can tell it's Toronto too because of big, thick, heavy sweater. We don't wear those in Austin.
I know, right?
They're very nice.
God, no. But yeah, like this is awesome. Go ahead, Cindy.
No, I was just going to say I really like it.
Yeah, this is awesome as far as like, it's like, hey, this is who I am. I'm a UX designer based on. Boom, okay. And then there's a human aspect, right? So guys, we're looking at design, we're looking at, key components and et cetera, but we're going to be picking out the key things that really make a portfolio. The design part, we could go on and on about, right? So let's put on a different kind of lens and look at those key core points. And then you can be creative in your own way and then take that away, So, but yeah, this is very human. I love that. And just little things like that can really get you going. Oh, I love the layout.
Yeah, I really like the layout and I like the color. I like the pops of color for the buttons, although I might argue that there's no consistency with button colors. So I think if you're going to do that, somebody might ask you about it. So make sure that you can defend it.
Yeah.
It's my own thing.
I like it. I don't know about the using the same mock-up creator for both projects. So that's just me. I just feel like you could do, there are tons of them out there. You could use a different one. Just, it's not like a big deal, but I just feel like it's one of those things that stick out. Mate, Voice UI. Oh, I love Voice UI. Let's see what you got.
Ooh, interesting. Is there anything above it? Does it start with that?
Nothing above it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I can't decide, actually.
I can't decide either. I want to see a big heading or a big graphic or something.
Yeah. Wow.
But on the other hand, I really love the fact that it says like my role, tools, platform, and timeline.
Yeah.
2 days. Holy cow. It's a short timeline.
I know. I'm like, wait, isn't that Google? But okay. The Empire section. See,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I really like the scannable.
Yeah, like look, guys, look at what's happening here. Wait, so we get in here, and then you got boom.
Oh,
See,
that's sweet. Yeah.
It's the little things, guys.
Oh, that sidebar nav is pretty neat.
That's next level. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, does it have like an example? I want to hear the.
Hey Google, open Mint.
Hello there. Welcome to Mint. How can I help you today?
I'd like to check the status of my repair.
I have leaking tap and faulty socket. Which one would you like?
Leaking tap.
An inspection has been scheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Would you like to hear more?
No, that's all.
Okay. Have a great day.
See, I like the use of the video. I mean, it makes sense for voice, but I think that it could be argued to use video all throughout. I almost wanted to have that at the very top, you know?
I know. That's a good idea. Like to have, because you always want to show your final work at the very top, like your mock-up. Not always, but I like to do it because it's just like boom, my all factor.
Mm-hmm. You know? Oh, it comes down to respecting the time. Like, what if somebody gives up before they get all the way to the bottom?
Exactly.
Like if you give me that teaser, that video at the top, like even just being able to see a video of like somebody clicking through like a prototype. I mean, there's so many tools that let you do that now. I mean, even with just your own Zoom account, you can record.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I like it.
So that was Mate. Wait, was that?
That was Mate.
That was Mate, but it was the voice UI part of it. So I guess this is the. Oh, you know what? You forgot the logo, Miriam. That's what you forgot.
Or there's a bug. Or there's a bug.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Okay,
Don't
now
worry, we got your back.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Yeah, this is nice. You know, oh.
Wow, look at that. See,
guys,
that is sweet.
I love it. We love it. See, and the other thing too is watch how we comment on certain features, right? And just take notes because we're like in real time giving you real feedback. Like our reactions are natural. We haven't seen this before. So if you can do little things, moments of delights, you know, in your portfolio to just delight that hiring manager, you might make yourself memorable, you know? So.
Yeah. Oh, a nice little GIF. That's
great.
Nice.
I love it. I know how I feel about this particular mock-up, though. I like the animation, but Apple's got like more models now.
Oh, you're so biased now. I would never notice. The model. I think,
you might get away with it.
Well, yeah, you might. I mean, honestly, I think you have to know where you're applying. Like you would not. Like if you were applying for a job at Apple, you probably want to make sure that all of your, you know, most recent stuff has the most recent stuff.
Yeah. I love that. That's great. You got your double diamonds going on. Sweet. Okay, see, it's always helpful to use graphics. You know, that's why they're there. So, any way possible. Synthesis. Wow. Okay, this is beautiful. This is serious business right here. She's got the whole process broken down with easy to navigate tabs. I mean, Miriam definitely UX'd her portfolio. You know, she took the time to do that.
This is great. I'm ready. I'm going to steal this idea. I really like it.
Yes. And then, see, the issue, the other thing too is, guys, I did a portfolio review, one of the previous ones, and there were certain tools or features of the portfolio that I asked the gentleman about, and he said he hired a developer, he hired a developer to give him a code that he plugged into his website to get that particular feature. I've forgotten what it was, but something similar to this, right? Where you might not necessarily find a template for that. You could get on Upwork or Fiverr and say, hey, look, I'm looking for a developer. This is what I'm trying to do on my website. How can you help? Right? And you might be able to find someone to just give you a custom code to plug in. So,
yeah, and the other thing you could do is you can reach out to your huge new network of new friends who all know freelance developers, probably. I know a lot. So that's another route you could take as well.
Yes, LinkedIn, and even just from here, you gotta make a lot of new friends today. The different tables.
I really, really love seeing the sketches.
I know.
I absolutely adore seeing sketches.
Yeah. Crazy.
And I love that they were digitized too. It's great.
Yeah. This is a perfect example for being detailed and showing your process. I think this is well done, Miriam. Good job.
Yeah. Is it responsive? Can you tell?
I assume
it's in a mobile device.
Yeah. I assume it is but it is. So good job. If your website is not responsive, then there's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I check a lot of stuff on my phone. Almost all of my email on my phone. Yeah. I'm checking stuff all the time, and I'm clicking on links from my phone.
Yeah. So. Cool. Well, good job, Miriam. We're gonna jump on to the next one. Just to make sure here. Ooh. Let's go.
I kind of want to see your picture, Elizabeth. Love you. I love that logo with the initials and the handwriting at the top. And I love to say hey.
Yeah. Cindy, let me ask you this. I think this will be useful for everyone. The picture part. So I know I talked about being human and the video and everything, but I've also heard the opposite side of, hey, adding a picture might sway the hiring manager in one way or the other. So what is your take on that?
I don't know that it has to be a headshot. I do see this particular. So we just looked at 3 portfolios, and I see portfolios all the time, and they tend to pretty much all have the same layout. It's like, which portfolio layout do you take? The one with the text across the top with like a little thing underneath and then a call to action. So I think an image, something, it could be a graphic, it could be anything that you think is appropriate, makes it different and unique enough to have it stand out and creative enough. Because when I'm looking through, I need something that's going to stand out. I like to call it the pop factor. If you don't pop enough, then people are going to forget about that awesome portfolio because it looked like all the other portfolios that had that exact same layout. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. So yeah. This is one of those parts of this talk that you guys are going to have to bring both of our views in and then make your own decision, because I agree with Cindy on all the points on that, but my first response to this, you guys heard the sound I made. Like, my first response is, who's Elizabeth? Like, I want to know more. So I'm like, well, hi, Elizabeth. Okay, let me find out more. So it makes me want to go in and dig for some reason. I don't know why, what the explanation is, but of course it's clean. beautiful with the fonts and all of that. But it's, I'm inclined to scroll down or to try to find an about or, find out who this Elizabeth is. So, but then again, you want to be human and show your, say your portfolio apart. So I don't know. That's up to you guys.
Well, she had me at y'all, I got to say. So
Oh, I know.
she had me at y'all.
Yeah. Very clean. I love it. Great job. And then we got Zara. I mean, see that hero we were talking about? It's just, this is like perfect because it's just boom. All right. I see the work in a modern.
I like the display with the laptop in this case because it's different. It's a different way to display it.
I agree. Love the color highlights. Love the font. See, the thing about fonts, guys, you gotta pull in some modern elements. Like this is beautiful. Different font styling than like the regular Times New Roman or Arial, etc. So beautiful.
So I have arguments with one of my designers about the amount of white space between text elements. I'm one of those people that likes to scooch things closer. She's one of those that loves all this airy space. She would absolutely adore how much airy space is around stuff, and I'd be like, just scooch that a little bit more together closer.
That's funny. Oh, well, I love that too. But I also love the white space and that negative minimalistic approach. So
yeah, I think it can go either way, honestly. That's very subjective. So that's another thing, right? Like we have our opinions about it. And then I have heard so many people come to me and say, well, so-and-so told me this, so I did this.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're going to get 50 million opinions from 50 million different people.
Yeah, exactly.
All the same. I do like the pull-out quote here.
Yeah, I want to call this out because you brought it up in the other one. I think this is a good example. Yeah.
Yeah. Really like the way that that's emphasized.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, and I like the way that the user personas are portrayed here instead of just being the typical what we see that you would hand as a deliverable and displaying it a little bit differently in this spot. It's really nice.
Yeah, I agree. Solution, style, homepage. All right, search option.
Is that, she's showing what she did differently.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. This is nice. Great job. I love it. See, this is very UX, right? Because it's really just assuming that the viewer does not understand what's happening, and then pointing out, hey, this is what I did over here. That's useful.
I totally agree. I really like the use of the before and the after with the red lines.
Yeah. Great choice of device. That's the modern Pro. Trust me, guys. It sounds silly, but trust me. If you want to be like caught up with everything, you definitely want to stay updated. It's important to what we do as UX designers. So this is exciting. Like this was really, really. It was just fulfilling to watch, and then you got the video here.
Yeah, that's it. It's a nice use of video.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Nice work, Elizabeth.
Good job. And then you got a next here, and then it just takes you to the next portfolio. Beautiful focal view, for that top hero. I love it. And then you just keep going on and on. Oh, steps are good to go. Oh, and they're clickable. 9 direction takes me right there. That's very UX. I love it.
Yeah.
Human girl, let's go. That is it right there. See, these are things that I hope you guys are just kind of drawing core key parts as you're like taking notes and stuff. Because, yeah, this is great. It's the modern, well, That's the modern look. But anyway. Oh, new morphism or whatever. You got that. Wait, is that what you did? Let's see. Wait, is this the new one? Hang on. I think we missed out. Are you following, Cindy?
I know what you're talking about, but I'm like, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, so below you will find the wireframe we're given along with a final high definition, high fidelity screen created after the client.
Oh, so on the left is the wireframe?
Yeah, see, that's the thing, Elizabeth, like, we don't understand what's happening here. So I don't know if, I just know that, neumorphism is the new, trend everyone is like raving about. So that's one thing, but is this what you did or is this what you did? From what this sentence is saying, below you will find the wireframe. So I assume this is wireframe. And then along with the high fidelity, I assume that's this. So if that's correct, then I think that's correct. Right?
Yeah, I think that we need a little bit of like a caption or something.
Yeah.
To help me know that, because one, I'm going to assume that you designed the one on the left as well.
I know, like I thought you did this. So I was like, ooh, but then.
Because we didn't read, because we did what we would normally do, which is just skim through and look at pictures.
Exactly.
Honestly, guys, that's exactly what I do. I skim and look at pictures.
Yeah.
Help me with the pictures.
Hey, that's the truth. That's what we do. Oh, so this is actually the final prototype. How do you feel about that? That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
This is really interesting because it's because neumorphism is like this new thing that's happening. So it almost seems like this should be the finished product instead of that, which is backwards, I know, but that's interesting that our minds are thinking that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something to think about. I don't know, but okay. Sorry. I know it's growing so fast, but it's very well put together. The composition and the graphics they work together very well.
They do. Yeah, I would spend more time looking at it because I would have questions about it.
Awesome. Okay, so we have Behance. Let's check it out. Oh, nice.
Hey, it's Muriel. This is one of my students.
Oh, really? Hey, Muriel.
Yes.
Nice. All right. See, the new modern stuff, it just adds this to your work. I don't know whatever that word is, but it just adds it to your work. So it makes me want to click that, and then colors are popping, my eyes are happy, visually appealing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I mean, this is Behance, so yes, but still, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it just goes to show that you can create a nice portfolio on Behance. It doesn't have to be
like a full website, exactly. Yeah. Design sprint, boom, 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 boom.
Love it.
Ooh, I love the crop out.
I really, really like you can see the progression from sketch to wireframe to high fidelity here.
It's beautiful. Wow. Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wait, is this a Dell product we're looking at? Oh, it is the Dell. Oh, ha! Oh, Dell homepage website. Gotcha. That was smart. That was smart to use a Dell computer instead of a MacBook. See? That was smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a feeling, though, if Dell would probably not appreciate anything being on. I think they have a rule.
That what?
That you're not supposed to put anything on a Mac. I don't think anybody's allowed to have Macs unless they have special permission.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Definitely. Yeah.
What else? Let's look at one more. What looks interesting?
Which one do you want to go for?
Well, actually, the one in the upper left-hand corner, I think, was a class project.
Kincaid?
Yes. Let's
That's
click
the
on that.
winner. All right.
Let's see how she did it.
Mobile application for King parents. I don't understand it though. King parents.
Yeah, I don't know what King is. Oh, kids
Like
in a new group. Oh, it's a organization. Got it.
I was gonna say like a king, like from like Europe, which is like. All right, so white king. All right, I get it.
You could probably say something like foster program parents and then explain that the program is King. So,
Or maybe like here, like making it dot. I don't know. You know what? Or explaining underneath that. I don't know. But yes, that still looks good. Let's see. User personas.
mm-hmm.
So look, the other thing about personas is what I'm going to ask you is, how did you come up with this? You know, because a lot of UX designers are just creating personas just to create personas. So make sure you have answers as far as how you collected this data and validated it to make sure that, yeah, that's actually a true user persona of this particular product you're designing for.
Yeah, I could go on for ages about my thoughts on user personas and how they're usually done really badly. I really like that this one's fairly complete. I have this whole thing where I want to take user personas, but that's a conversation for another night.
Got to follow her, add her on LinkedIn, and go through the vetting process. Yeah, that was fun. That was awesome. I love it. But yeah, so Affinity looks great. This is actually very organized. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the way you're displaying the content. It's very scannable.
I want to make sure you didn't just copy. Huh. See, this is the stuff though. Like, if you're gonna do this stuff, you have to do it well. So let's see if you have any duplicates. Like, this is the stuff that.
Like we're checking your work.
Yeah, we're like, this is like the real deal here.
Yeah,
So,
this is one of those things where you could even pull it out. Like I see that you have it, but I kind of want to see like what happened afterward, right? Like because with Mural and Miro, you can make things look really pretty, but I want to see the sorting. I want to see how it kind of all came together into a where that place where you had to make that jump from data to insight, because that's a big jump that we have to make as designers.
yeah,
And so sometimes it gets you want to see how did those categories come together, you know?
yeah, I agree. I agree. And then also, you definitely don't want to make mistakes like this. Boom, boom, got them. Duplication.
Well, they might have had two different people say that.
Well, that's actually true. But I feel like I'm inclined to think because of the color coordination that was done. But
True. It's very true. That could be like the categories. I guess the thing it comes back to is that we just don't know.
I know, right?
Know.
We won't know. Wait, what happened? Did it? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, it just switched to left to right for some reason. Task flow. Look, I love the organization. The graphics are clean. And I think that speaks volumes. Love that. It's always good to see the sketches, the wireframes. Beautiful. Usability test. Is that what this is? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I really like the grid here.
Yeah.
There's some real organization here.
Oh, the tape feature. Creative. All right. Good job. Good job, Miro.
Nice work. I think we have 5 minutes. Can we do one more?
We have 5 minutes. All right. Where's Mark? Can you see my screen? What's happening?
I can still see your screen. Oh, there's Mark.
Oh, Mark, you're here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more portfolios. Okay, let's see if we could do. Let's do this. We're gonna be fast because I want us to touch everybody that posted in there.
Ooh.
Cindy, you dive in if you wanna.
I love the generative art here. This is beautiful.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you made it yourself, but I'm impressed because my husband makes generative art, so I'm like, wow, that's cool.
That's beautiful. This is like calming. This is like the wow factor for me. I'm like impressed. I love the fonts. It's definitely different. It's not like you grabbed it from, just like you put some time into it. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You got your work coming on here. Not sure what this is, but it better be something. This guy right here.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know, but it keeps changing as I scroll. All right. It's probably a SVG, but okay. We'll let that slide.
Got a lot of UI design.
Is this
Click
clean?
on. It's nice and clean. Is there any process in it?
I think we have to, let's see. All right.
Okay, so I see the skills, user testing, prototyping. Nice.
It's not a bad interface. It does get the job done. Now we're actually giving feedback on your work.
I like the slider here, though. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Is it just moving on its own? You're not doing anything?
Yeah, it's moving on its own.
Nice. That's an interesting way to display kind of the final product.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great job, Charvo. Sorry if I butcher your name. And then skip to the solution.
Oh, I like that. That's a
This
good
is great.
feature.
This is awesome. Well,
Does it work?
It takes us there. Boom. Auto scroll.
I like that a lot.
That was great. That was nice.
Oh, look, the dot's back.
Oh, the dot's back, but this time it's on the forefront. Yeah. See, these things are little things that you probably think won't be noticeable, but then here we are pointing everything out. So
we should have a podcast, Will.
I know, right? Like, all right, things like hide all the things that you think we won't find. But this is great. I love it. So, great. This is actually very nicely done.
It is very nicely done. It's very well organized, and I love the design. I love that it was designed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a template or not, but it sure doesn't look like a template. It looks different from a lot of the other sites that I've been on. So nothing against templates, because as you saw, like Behance gives you a lot to work with, and that's obviously, you don't get a lot of chance to maneuver, but I love seeing a designed portfolio.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that a lot.
That was beautiful. Great, awesome. Let's look at your about. I don't think we've seen any about pages yet.
There's Charlotte.
Charlotte, and I was saying Charvo. Sorry. This is great. This is great because it makes me feel the humanness. Like, hey, boom, I'm alive. I'm the loudest person in the room. Okay, great. This is exciting stuff.
Yeah.
You get this motion picture here. I love it. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I like the link out to LinkedIn and the email. That's great. Yeah, I heard this the other day that don't have a contact form on your site. Recruiters want to email you directly. They don't want to mess with a contact form. So now I have to remove mine.
I haven't heard that before, but that's interesting. I think there's a good point there.
Yeah.
Nick,
like it. That's a great way to intro yourself, Nick.
This is awesome. Okay, so Nick is a product manager, and look, I've never been able to find the code for this stuff, this slider auto changing thing. But if you guys can find it, I would totally recommend you add it to your portfolios because it helps you, get creative and also just highlight different parts of who you are. So this is more of a product. Exactly. This is a PM, portfolio, not necessarily UX. So still that. But I love this photo. Shows that you're a human person.
It definitely does.
This is clean. Great fonts. Not the big stuff. It's just clean. Product design, excellent leadership. Oh wow, this is nice.
Is it a one-page site? Because I don't see a navigation, so I'm assuming
I
it
think
is.
so. Let's see. You got Coder Inc., Tech Hustler, Product Hire. You got Mark. So Nick is actually the co-founder of Product Hire. So we're like reviewing one of the buses himself.
Now I'm a little nervous.
I know, right? I'm like, Nick, why would you put your portfolio in here? This is awesome. This is awesome stuff.
Yeah, I really like. It's very clean and well put together. It's well designed.
I agree. You got a talk show. Boom. Actually, let's see what this does. So that's the thing. If you have other like community resources and things you've done, it's always good to pull all those things into your portfolio. You know, it's a selling point. So you want to be able to sell yourself like in everywhere you can, right? So
I think you brought up a really good point. You're selling yourself. You need to treat this like a sales tool. And we don't always think of sales when we're doing UX design or product management, but it is sales.
Yeah.
And if you have to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Definitely. It's a billboard for your career. So you got to sell it. Like, look at this. I love how Nick ties in the testimonial with, you know, the project. You guys need testimonials. I'm telling you, it's like the best thing ever. So recommendations from your previous managers and coworkers. It's very important. And then let's just click on Product Hire and see, because all the branding and everything we're seeing, you know, I know they work very hard on it. And this is a live product. This is a live product, right? It's been out for some time now. But I gotta say this, and I use this opportunity to say this. You guys built something really, really awesome. Because it's it's hand designed, you know, like the features, look at those components, everything's like hand coded, and look at that. It's like nice, you know? It's very different than any other like job application out there. And all this design work and direction.
I'm sure I'm going to get your invoice after this call, right?
I know, right? Yeah. No, but honestly, like I haven't got a chance to tell you guys killed it on Product Hire. Like this, Indeed, or there's nothing out there like this that specializing on product, you know, like product career, product managers, UX, engineers, and then just the interface really shows that you guys understand UX. You know what I mean? And I think that's great, man.
Thank you.
Look at that. Like, you got employee growth graphs on there by the month. Look, I haven't even checked this out like in detail like this. You got the news updates. This is awesome, man. What a time to be alive. I love it. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's great. Let's see if there's one more here.
Yeah, I think Cindy needs to go. Do you need to go, Cindy? Because I want to
go.
It's time for class. I have to go and teach.
Oh.
All my students who are watching, you better go to class. No, but it's been so fun being able to speak. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I hope that I was able to give some helpful insight onto portfolios. But reach out on LinkedIn. I do portfolio reviews all the time, and people randomly reach out, and I'm one of those people like, sure, you're a UXer. I don't mind finding 30 minutes to talk. So I'm totally open and available for that kind of thing. So thank you.
Awesome.
Let me wrap this up. Cindy, thank you so much for joining us. But don't everybody else leave unless you have to go to class. That's your only excuse.
All right. Bye, you guys. I gotta go. See ya.
Hi, Cindy.
A reminder of our upcoming events. We have an event next week, product versus project management. So definitely check that out. It's a General Assembly. We're partnering with General Assembly. So you can go to our meetup page, but there's a link there to RSVP at General Assembly. You need to do that on their site. Then later this month, actually, myself and Will are putting this on. It's the Product Tank Austin meetup. We're both organizers there. We're organizers everywhere. And so this is solving for the whole product cube. Tom Griever, who's an author. Will, would you say something about Tom?
Hey, guys, like you guys already know Tom Griever. He's going to be there. Well, he's the one speaking. I say he's going to be there. So we were able to get him to come speak about solving for the whole cube. What that is pretty much being able to articulate your design decisions around the UX cube, right? Which involves product, engineers, stakeholders, managers, etc. Because a huge part of what we do is getting that buy-in, right? And his book, Articulating Design Decisions by O'Reilly Publishing. You guys already know him. So I think that's something that you guys should definitely tune in. I'll be, moderating with Mark. So we'll be there if you want to join. It's the post is on my LinkedIn as well as it's on Meetup. So
yeah, definitely. If you came to this, you probably will want to come to that. So please RSVP. And we're working on some other events. Whoa, that went weird. Anyways, and then voila, there we go. Join our meetup to be notified of future events. We're looking for speakers. This link, I also posted it in chat. And feedback, guys, we really appreciate feedback. It makes us improve better. So definitely fill out the feedback link. And before you leave, I know there's 48 of you left. Go to the networking rooms. We're about ready to end, but network. Will's going to have an AMA room. You can ask him questions, and you can show him your portfolio. There's other rooms for portfolio sharing as well. So it doesn't end. AirMeet will be open until the last person leaves. So you can keep chatting with each other. I don't care how long. I may go eat, but you can stay. Have a great night, everyone. Be safe, and we'll see you at another event. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm going to be at a table somewhere in there. Let's chat.